Fusion time! What's up, everybody? It's Alan Thomas, aka Shadow Assassins, and I have another fusion painting. And this is a self-serving fusion painting as well, because the mashup I'm doing today is a combination of Vegeta, my favorite anime character of all time, and Kazuya, one of my favorite fighting game characters of all time. So, yeah, this paint today is kind of for myself, but I'm really happy with this. I think this is probably the funnest time that I've had doing the fusion painting so far. By the way, for this particular one, I decided to change the format of these fusion paintings up a little bit. I just went ahead and just recorded myself after I finished the drawing, going back and looking at myself work. I didn't know if everybody was feeling me just sitting there rambling as I was drawing the picture. I'm already rambling, so I don't know how people deal with that for about a good hour and a half. So to expedite that a little bit, I just went ahead and recorded myself after finishing the painting and then going over the drawing itself. So if you like the old way I was doing things, let me know. If you like me doing it this way, if you think it's better, let me know that as well. Also, leave a comment, like and subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, I really like doing this paint. I never thought about before how similar both Vegeta and Kazuya sort of looked. It almost felt like I was just drawing a picture of Kazuya, but it kind of wasn't. It's basically Vegeta dressed up as Kazuya. Well, that's exactly what it is. Not even a kinda, that is exactly what I did. God, I don't even know how this idea hit me, but thinking of new fusion paintings to do, I don't know, I wanted to incorporate an anime character because I don't believe that I have so far. So I wanted to do a Dragon Ball Z one just to start it off, since it's one of my favorite animes of all time. And out of the blue, just Kazuya hit me. And so I decided to combine Vegeta and Kazuya, and like I said before, they're both extremely similar. The weird hair, both have the weird widow's peak. Both are just completely evil, or at least Vegeta was. Yeah, it just meshed perfectly. And then to make Vegeta as if he doesn't already look badass enough, just adding the scars and scratches onto him and the little devil's eye was amazing. As I was drawing, I actually thought about drawing him in the full devil gene form that Kazuya has, but I thought that would have been overkill. Actually, now that I say that out loud, it would probably be awesome to draw devil form Kazuya with almost like Vegeta's armor in the form itself. I don't know, that's something to wrap my head around, but just spitballing out loud right now. But yeah, I mapped out the character palette, which was pretty much, you can probably see it on the screen. It keeps popping up because I left it up the entire time. The color palette that I used for the picture was pretty much Kazuya's colors. Most of this picture is pretty much Kazuya. I threw a little twist in the end just to make sure it was at least partly like Vegeta. So I threw the Capsule Corp ship in the background, but instead of calling it Capsule Corp, I called it G Corp, another Tekken reference. If you've been following my channel for a while and looked at a lot of the speed paints I have a lot of, if it isn't wrestling, it's pretty much Dragon Ball and Tekken, so that's the vast majority of my content on this channel. So yeah, I love drawing stuff like that. It's pretty much my childhood, and I refuse to grow up. I don't care. So this is the stuff that I enjoy drawing, and I had an absolute ball doing this picture. This had to be like the easiest fusion painting that I've done so far. Just thinking about it right now, because I just came across it, just taking a gander at the screen while I was drawing. The logo on the side of Vegeta's pants, I almost did the what is it, Whis' logo? Whis from Dragon Ball Super. I almost did like his logo on the side, but I felt like that was gonna be too plain. So I still just went ahead and did a sort of combination of that and the little, whatever that little swoosh is on the side of Kazuya's pants, just to put that in there. Another thing that I thought about while doing this picture that I switched was I was gonna make Vegeta's gloves white just so they look like his, but at the last minute I felt like that would take away from the Kazuya aspect of the picture. I did want it to be a merging of the two, so I changed my mind on that one as well. I almost thought to make it blue just to look more like Vegeta, and because of the ending of the picture when I did the background, which you'll see later on, that would have been overkill with way too much blue. And like I said, I didn't want to leave it white because it would have not looked like Vegeta and not looked like Kazuya, or it would have just looked like Vegeta and all white for some weird reason. I didn't want to do that. So yeah, I changed that up. When I made Vegeta's eye red, it reminded me of one of the episodes of anybody who watches the Team 4-Star videos for the Dragon Ball Z parodies. One of the episodes in the Namek Saga when Gohan steals the Dragon Balls from Vegeta and Vegeta loses his mind and starts screaming throughout time, I should say, and his eyes turn blood red. That's exactly what that started to look like when I was coloring in the picture and I made his eyes red, and I just started busting out laughing. Yeah, I really enjoyed this picture. Shading was kind of problematic for me. You might be able to tell, you might not, as this painting goes through on the screen. But while I was shading the picture, I almost didn't take into account whatsoever where the light source of the picture was going to be coming from. Not that I really want to sit out here and point all the flaws out in my drawing, but I think there are a couple of areas where I guess the light source doesn't make any sense, or at least to me. But I feel like I handled it pretty well, and I think the way the background looks, it sort of makes up for the lack of logic that I took into account when I did the lighting for this picture, or at least the shading. I feel like the lighting isn't too bad, but the shading is kind of off. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to touch on now. As I watch myself touch up on Vegeta's hair, which is another thing that bothered me because I made his hair too gray. It was actually on my eyes as I was drawing the picture because it was bleeding in. I just like to make the backgrounds black so I can see how I'm shading the picture, how it's blending in with the background. And his hair was screwing with me because I made it this weird gray color, so it wasn't really completely black, but it wasn't a light enough gray, so it just screwed with my eyes the entire time. Then I'm trying not to have to wear glasses anytime soon, so I had to change the color of the hair at some point. As I stare at this right now, I just realized that I didn't color a portion of his gloves, but whatever, it fits. Yeah, just little details about this thing I really like the scratches and scars all over the upper torso to look like Kazuya. Just looks like Vegeta's been through hell. It just makes perfect sense. I could imagine Vegeta as a Mishima. It fit like a glove. I think this might have meshed better than any other fusion painting that I've done so far. Though the Captain America Gal one was pretty awesome. Have to thank Fighter Chaos for that one, but outside of that one, I think this might be the most perfect fusion painting that I've done so far. If anybody has an idea of another one that they'd like to see me draw, leave a comment. Just I'd love to try out some, I guess, wacky or crazy ideas for paintings as best I can. Who knows if I'll be able to merge them or not, but it'd be interesting to try. And then doing this background. I've also gotten the habit of drawing a lot of mountains in the backgrounds. I've gotten on this Bob Ross kick recently where I've just been watching a ton of Bob Ross, the Joy of Painting videos, which are amazing learning tools, by the way, but watching him draw so many trees and mountains has just got me in this kick where I think, how many of the last couple pictures have I done that I've stuck a mountain in the background somewhere? I don't think I've done it in the Paul one recently, but a lot of the other ones I've definitely been doing it. And it's just, I just noticed that as I was looking back at the picture. And the Capsule Corp ship, like I said, or the G Corp ship, that's interesting enough. And it might as well be Capsule Corp. They're both equally as unbelievable. The inventions that Capsule Corporation can make, if G Corporation can bring a man back from the dead. That's how I'm drawing Kazuya in the first place, I guess. The shadow of that ship was also pretty nerve-wracking just because I shaded it in a way that I normally don't, so it was hard going back in. I don't know, the brush I used was very weird, so going back and constantly having to redo the shadow underneath the ship, kind of troublesome. And I really screwed that brush up, but I didn't want to go back, and I think I did too many brush strokes at that point to undo it, so I just had to live with it at that point. Is there anything else? The fire. We'll also come to that when it comes into the picture, but I had absolutely no idea what I was doing with the fire. I don't even know why I stuck it in the picture, but I like it. I like it. I don't know. I really don't know why I did that whatsoever. I don't know what compelled me to put fire into the picture, but I liked the way it looked when I finished it. I guess more importantly, I liked it once I put some of the fire in front of Vegeta or Kazuya, whoever this is that I drew. Once I put the fire in front of him, it looked like it made more sense than at first when I was just putting fire in the picture. And then because I had the fire sort of in between the area that he was standing on and the mountains behind him, I don't know, it just, I had to erase part of the fire from where the Capsule Corp ship or the G Corporation ship is. So all that detail that I did with the fire, you didn't really see it anyways, which may have been the reason why I put some of it in front of Vegeta, because it's like I drew all this fire. I don't just want to, I don't know, rather than just get rid of it, I just thought, okay, I'm gonna make a place for this in the drawing somewhere, which is never the greatest idea when drawing a picture, but I made it work, I guess. Sometimes those happy little accidents happen. Oh my God, happy accidents. I've been watching way too much Bob Ross. But in any event, I might as well have stuck a happy little tree somewhere in this picture, but or a burning little tree somewhere in this picture. Actually, that probably would have been an awesome idea. But in any event, yep, this was the newest fusion painting that I've done. Like I said, if you have an idea for a fusion painting, just think up any, I guess, wrestlers or anime characters or fighting game characters or anything of the sort that you'd like to see me sort of mash together, or any video game characters in general. If you want to see me like mash together some unrelated or closely related characters or things, just let me know, and I'll try to get around to doing a mashup of it and seeing how it turns out. It may turn out well, it may be horrible, I don't know. That's part of the challenge of this. But yeah, this was fun. And I plan on doing more, at least within the next week or so. I plan on doing another fusion challenge. I want to try and start doing these every week, at least one. But yep, that's about it. That was Vegeta and Kazuya Mishima from Tekken, or should I say Vegeta from Dragon Ball and Kazuya Mishima from Tekken. That's my fusion paint, and if you have an idea for a fusion, let me know. And if you like the old format of me just ranting and raving the entire time I'm drawing the picture, let me know if you like the old format that I was doing as opposed to the new one, and or any other, I guess, concerns or what you liked about the picture. Just let me know in the comments below. Also, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you do that as well. And follow me on social media. I should have my links somewhere in the description. And I hope y'all have a good day. I'm out.